Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for April 17th. April 17th is the 107th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 108th in leap years, with 258 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is abundance. Abundance is a noun that means an ample quantity, affluence, wealth, a relative degree of plentifulness, as in an abundance of fine restaurants, or an abundance of produce. The word abundance comes to us from Middle English, Anglo-French before that, and ultimately from Latin. First known use of the word abundance is in the 1300s. Abundance. And with that, Giovanni da Verrazzano was an Italian explorer from Florence, Italy. He's known for being the first documented European to explore the North American Atlantic coast. And in today's story, he was working for the King of France. At the time, European explorers really were interested. What they wanted more than anything was to find a route from Europe to China, west to the Indies, the Asian markets. They were more or less obsessed with the idea, and I could see how they would be. They were really trying to reach China from China's east, and of course they encountered the American continents. They were sure that there must be some kind of water passage. If this wasn't China, this is a landform between Europe and China, and there had to be some passage. They just didn't realize at the time how big these landforms were. They were looking for a water passage that they could take west and reach China that way. Now, one must wonder, when they encountered the American lands, did they think that this was an island or a series of islands or what? We don't really know. But the American continents did prove to be much bigger than they realized. No alternate route to China just yet. So da Verrazzano may have been aware that there must be some possibility of reaching China from the east, and he was looking for that water passage. The water passage west. And so it is that on April 17th, 1524, Giovanni da Verrazzano, working for King Francis I of France, reached New York Harbor. Now, if you're from or familiar with or been to visit New York City, you may have heard of the Verrazzano Narrows Bridge, which connects Staten Island to Brooklyn and is, of course, named after Giovanni da Verrazzano, the first documented European explorer in New York Harbor and the Hudson River, as described on April 17th, 1524. Today's song is Joy to the World by Three Dog Night. Written by Oklahoma native Hoyt Axton, this was originally released on Three Dog Night's album Naturally in November of 1970, and in an edited version as a single in February of 1971. A lot of fun, this one. Word has it that the opening line was originally supposed to be Jeremiah was a prophet, but nobody cared for that. Jeremiah became a bullfrog, and bang, it's a song that hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, stayed parked right there for 6 weeks, and was the #1 single for the year of 1971. Incidentally, Hoyt Axton's mama was Mae Axton, who bore the honorific of the Queen Mother of Nashville and is also famous for having co-written Elvis Presley's hit single Heartbreak Hotel, written with Tommy Durden. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't go quite that in-depth about a songwriter's mom, but when Joy to the World landed at #1, Hoyt and Mae became the first mother and son to have written a #1 pop single in the rock era. How about that? Joy to the World by Three Dog Night, #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks, beginning April 17th, 1971. Link in the description. Now, before we move into the wrap-up and outro, I want to tell you that I'll be traveling for the next few days, and so we might be doing some straight-up recycles of old episodes. If I can record them fresh for you, I certainly will. But I, at this point, expect to be on the road for about 3 days. So, Thanks for watching. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Do not disturb.
Okay, I turned Do Not Disturb on.
Good job. Third time better be a charm. Did I say 19th? It's not the 19th yet. One more time. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. Are you making some sound? Get on out of here. Yeah, we're gonna edit that out. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.